Good day, Philippines! Welcome to the first ever Philippines Math Genius with the theme Empowering Diverse Culture, evaluating the distinct concepts of probabilities and normal distribution, linear regression, and correlation. By the way, my name is Queen Huat, and I will be your host for this morning. Before we formally begin, let me give a brief overview of the content of this show. The probability and normal distributions are given emphasis. This is to equip everyone with further knowledge and skills on how to obtain the value of the probability and solve problems about normal distributions. Another one is the topic of linear regression and correlation, which will be covered in the show to help us interpret data and prove assumptions based on the problem given. The objectives of this show are the following: obtaining the value of probabilities and normal distribution, utilizing linear regression and correlation to interpret data and prove assumptions, and lastly, acknowledge diversity and promote unity through mathematics. Now, we will witness our first participant from Davao City.
Malinglom mo ko lahat. I am Jerin Jo Lopez from the tribe of Bagoboklata, and I will prove how genius Bagoboklatas are when it comes to mathematics by sharing with all of you my wisdom about probabilities and the normal distribution and its value. Well, a normal distribution is the distribution of a normal random variable with a mean of 0 and a standard deviation equal to 1. A normal distribution, sometimes called the bell curve, is a distribution that occurs naturally in many situations. Gaussian distribution is another name for a normal distribution. In statistics, the normal distribution is called the normal curve. In the social sciences, it's called the bell curve because of its shape. In physics, it's called the Gaussian distribution. If you're wondering why normal distribution is important, well, let me tell you this. One reason the normal distribution is important is that many psychological and educational variables are distributed approximately normally. Measures of reading ability, introversion, job satisfaction, and memory are among the many psychological variables approximately normally distributed. Now we will talk about the properties of a normal distribution. A normal distribution is a continuous probability distribution for a random variable x. The graph of a normal distribution is called the normal curve. The normal distribution has 4 properties. First, the mean, mode, and median are all equal. Second, the curve is symmetric at the center. Third, exactly half of the values are to the left of center and exactly half the values are to the right. Fourth, the total area under the curve is 1. I think I have already shared all my knowledge about probabilities and normal distribution, and I hope that all of you will now agree that Bagoboklatas are indeed intelligent when it comes to mathematics.
Wow! That was an excellent performance! Let's move on to our second participant from Maguindanao.
Assalamualaikum mapita. Hello, good morning Philippine Math Genius. I am Samantha Miguleban, a mathematics teacher in Maguindanao. And I am here because I want to show the whole nation that Maguindanaoan are math genius. I will use discrete probability function and continuous probability distribution in obtaining the value of probabilities and normal distribution. Well, according to Harvey Berman 2019, the normal distribution is a continuous probability distribution. This has several implications for probability. Since the normal distribution is a continuous distribution, the probability that x is greater than or less than a particular value can be found. Discrete variable is a variable whose value is obtained by counting, while a continuous variable is a variable whose value is obtained by measuring. An example for discrete variable is one of the oldest way of addressing arguments. It is tossing a coin. Before a match or a game, everyone has flipped a coin, since all outcomes are essentially equal. Flipping a coin is seen as being fair because of this. As with tails, there is 50% chance of getting one outcome when adding the two together. The probability of receiving heads or tails is going to be 1 no matter how many times we flip a coin. And our height is an example of continuous probability distribution. Most of the people in a specific population are of average height. The number of people taller and shorter than the average height of people is almost equal, and a very small number of people are either extremely tall or extremely short. Several genetics and environmental factors influence height. Therefore, it follows the normal distribution. Now, I believe I have shown that the Maguindanaoan people to be indeed math geniuses. Thank you.
That was an outstanding performance, Miss Gulyaban. Anyway, let's take a look at our third participant from Ifugao.
Mapudan bigat na Pilipinas. Or should I say, magandang umaga Pilipinas. I am Janleo Hinakay from the land of the famous Banawi rice terraces. And I will now prove that Igorot are also undeniably geniuses in mathematics. Today I will use correlation to interpret data and prove assumptions. According to the Kerman 2014, correlation refers to the statistical association between two variables. A correlation exists between two variables when one of them is related to other in some way. In a certain school in Ifugao, I conducted a study to investigate the relationship existing between the students' grades in statistics and agriculture. A random sample of 10 statistics and agriculture students from the Igorot tribes was taken, and the data are as follows. Subsequently, to get the relationship between the performance of the students in statistics and agriculture subjects, we will use the correlation coefficient formula. And the range of correlation coefficients and the degree of correlation are shown on the screen. Now, here is the solution. Therefore, as we can see on the screen, there exists a very positive relationship between the performance of the students in statistics and agriculture. And that's all. Thank you.
Undeniably genius! Now for our last but not the least, our fourth participant from the southern island of Mindanao.
Mapia Kapipita, Pilipinas. I am Shirley Iman and I belong to the Maranao tribe from the land of Lanao on the southern island of Mindanao. I am here because I want to showcase my skills in mathematics. I have the ability to interpret and predict data using a simple linear regression model, which is a mathematical equation that allows us to predict a response for a given predictor value. This is used in the process of prediction. As part of empowering diverse cultures and promoting unity, I will use the study that was conducted by our Igorot brother, John. So, given the following data on correlation between the grade in statistics and agriculture, we will now predict the grade of student in agriculture who has grade of 85 in statistics, and what regression equation could be used. Linear regression can be computed using the equation. Now, the values of A and B can be obtained by using the following. So here's the solution. The regression equation is y hat equals 13.36 plus multiplied by 0.85x. If the grade of a student in statistics X is 85, the predicted agriculture grade is y hat equals 13.36 plus multiplied by 0.85 multiplied by 85 equals 85.6 or 86. And that's all. I hope I was able to showcase how genius the Maranaos are in mathematics. Madakel!
Now, I am absolutely confident that our judges are thrilled to give their comments on our participants. Let's first hear the comments of Mr. Leo.
You have exceptional knowledge about probability and the normal curve, Ms. Gulieban. I just want to provide some notable information. So, the normal curve is a symmetrical bell-shaped curve and the end tails are continuous and asymptotic. The mean, median, and mode are equal. The scores are normally distributed if the computed value of SK is equal to 0. Anyway, a job well done, Ms. Gulieban. Congratulations.
Miss May!
Perfectly said, Ms. Lopez. I recognize the value of probabilities and normal distributions. In fact, many continuous data sets in nature and psychology display this bell-shaped and curved when complied and graphed. Congratulations.
Miss Jerry!
I've learned that linear regression allows us to make predictions on the data, and it's really intuitive and easy to understand. Absolutely genius, Miss Iman. Congratulations.
And lastly, Miss Shella.
I have acquired knowledge from you, Mr. Inakay. The correlation coefficient indeed help us measure the extent of relationships between two variables. Congratulations.
We will witness the winners of the show after the commercials. God bless everyone!